I got a chance to meet with Sean Cononie. He is the director of the Stay Plus in Florida. And after working a shift of 37 hours, he agreed to meet with me. Let's hear what he has to say. So I'm here today with the man, Sean Cononie, and he's going to tell us a little bit about why he does what he does and a little background as to this hotel here that he runs.
You know, I think a lot of people ask me, why do I do this? And I always kind of give the same answer, how could I not? I mean, it's a simple task to provide a place for people to go to. That's like the simplest thing is putting a roof over someone's head. The hardest task is dealing with society, the cities, the government, and the stigma attached to the word NIMBY, not my backyard. It's just so gigantic these days. If I had my way, if somebody said, here's 200 acres of land, I would solve homelessness for the entire country. It's not a difficult task. Shelters used to exist, and they still exist, but we have been criticized for almost 20 years on the way we conducted our business. We didn't look to get people to self-sufficiency because a lot of people cannot become self-sufficient. Checks, Social Security checks are small, SSI checks are small, disability checks are small. People can't get a job and keep a roof over their head. It's hard. And you have people that fail at that sometimes. And like the FAA says, I can't be a pilot because I have sleep apnea. I accept it, I understand it. Some people just have a problem keeping a roof over their head. So we developed what we call a model called Housing First. Now, Housing First is what HUD calls it. This is the new thing that HUD's doing. It's to put a homeless person in a home, right off the street, and society pays for it, and they're not homeless anymore. We've been doing that for long-term housing, but we do it in a different type of facility. And it was never called Housing First, it was just called Permanent Affordable Housing. And we made a facility out of it, so mom and dad were always here to help them. The way the government does it's not going to work. It's going to fail. It's already starting to fail in some instances. And we believe that everybody should have a place to live, whether they can pay or not. So some people pay here, some people don't pay here. If they don't have any income, it's free. If they can work, they work a little bit. If they can't work, if they're disabled, they stay for free. And we call it America's first homeless resort. There's a swimming pool. It's always, I got the best seat in the house. I keep my drapes open a lot of the time, and I can see the kids swimming in the pool. So today we had 12 kids swimming in the pool, and you really don't get that at a homeless shelter.
I saw the kids playing out there, and it was really nice to see. It was nice to see a family together, a mother with her 3 children, all together and enjoying a clean, nice space for them to just be kids.
Now, the Polk County government will say this place is disgustingly ugly. They have a problem with kids staying. It's like kids stay in the inner community. That's what your Housing First model is. So what's the problem? You're going to take a homeless person, put them in the middle of the community around kids and families. Right here, we have 18 staff members. So if you have a problem with something happening, there's 18 staff members that can see what's going on. And, it's when the government doesn't do it, or you go to an area like up here, they think we're going to steal their funding, their HUD funding. And I'm like, I'm not going to take your money. We don't want your money. I don't want government money. I'll do it myself. We've done it ourselves for 20 years. We'll continue to do it ourselves. That way I can respond fast. I don't need their permission. When swine flu hit America, we were able to do vaccines in 2 weeks. We didn't have to do a grant to do it. We wouldn't begin a Florida shots provider, and we started doing vaccinating people on the street, and with our ambulances. And that's the advantage is not getting funding. But ACA, the Agency for Healthcare Administration, sucks up here. They have been a tainted organization. They came in and said we couldn't take people's blood pressure. Something you could do at home. They told us we couldn't do it.
Why did they say that?
Because they said it was a health service. I'm like, it's not a health service. I was taking a heavy-set guy walking, and I took him swimming. And I said if I did that again, I would go to jail.
It sounds like it makes it pretty difficult for you to do what you love doing best, which is helping people.
Yeah, I should be able to take somebody for a walk. You don't need a medical license for that.
Why do you think that they're coming down on you so hard?
They just don't want us here. They're a corrupt government. This whole system up here is corrupt.
You've been doing this for some time. I'm sure you've seen many things. You mentioned some of your
It's not
efforts.
the first time they threatened to put me in jail for doing services. It's been years that for 20 years they want to put me in jail for doing this. They haven't done it yet. So, I don't know what the problem is.
What do you see in store soon and upcoming in your efforts?
This has been challenging. It's so challenging that I really couldn't do my work. Every day it was like an alphabet soup. Every day there'd be another governmental agency coming here with initials doing some type of audit, and it prevented us from doing our job. And it became really, really risky for the clients. When they told us we couldn't let a client lock up their narcotics in the safety deposit box that they had access to, and we would oversee to make sure they didn't do it, 2 people overdosed. I have it on tape right here in my video. We had to do CPR on them. And they actually held up ambulances for 53 minutes to piss me off. They had an ambulance sitting out front with its lights on for 53 minutes. It didn't come to an overdose to piss me off. To say, hey, we don't want you here this bad. This is how it's going to take us to respond now. Well, we have it on tape.
That's life risking.
You had to check on your particular office. And the name was from this office.
If I called an ambulance for this office, they were delaying it.
And they were doing this on purpose.
Yeah. Homeless people were considered dangerous.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it was called. They said it was scene safety. Now I understand that. If a paramedic goes out on the call, I want them to go home. I want them to go home to their kids and family. I don't want them to get hurt. You know, and I can understand scene safety, but to purposely do it because they're poor or homeless.
What's the difference between them coming out to a call, maybe in a suburb area, on the same type of call than here?
Well, there is something called scene safety, and that's officer safety and paramedic safety for their own. Again, for them to get home at night, and I agree with that. They got kids. I want them home. You know, I don't want their family. They're ready to be shot.
Do you find any safety hazards out here?
No. In fact, if a paramedic got attacked here, we jump in to protect the paramedic. You know, if one of our clients did something wrong to a public safety worker, we're going to protect the paramedic. I mean, we know what's right and wrong.
Seems like the grounds are very well secured. It didn't seem like any hostile anything when we came out here.
According to the government, it's horrible.
I didn't see anything like that. As a matter of fact, I saw a very secure, clean, comfortable area for family and single individuals, for a place to, go when it seems like no one else wants them.
It's sickening what this government did up here. In fact, we knew we had a lot. We take sick people, and we knew there'd be a lot of ambulance calls. So as soon as we moved in, we said we want to use a private ambulance company. We're going to pay for it. This way, your EMS unit's not here for a small call because our people sometimes abuse EMS. And I said, we'll take care of it. We'll provide a private ambulance service. We'll pay for it. This way, your EMS unit can go faster to calls that are more important. No, you can't do that. I said, you're going to have a lot of ambulance calls then, and you're going to get mad at me because people are going to be calling. Oh, we don't care. You know, that's what we get paid to do, and blah, blah, blah. And they're upset about it. Now they have our home health agency looking in at us and spying on us. Now the clients, maybe some of them are not wanting to do home health. So now their health's going to be threatened because they feel the nurses coming in are going to report things to ACA on their bad habits. So now some of the clients don't want to use the nurses. Because ACA actually asked the nursing agency to report anything suspicious. Directly in violation of HIPAA.
So in a world that seems like is so against you and your efforts, how do you continue? Where do you get the support from? Who are your supporters?
I think I've always believed God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. I'm a firm believer in that, and so far we've been able to handle it.
You said that you've been working 37 hours when I just came to see you, and that's a lot for one person. And I understand that you have a strong belief system, and that's good to have. But if you can reach out to viewers or to anyone that might have a similar heart like yours and really cares about humanity and really wants to make a difference.
There are thousands of people that want to get involved, help out, and start charities and agencies. And I say just do it. Start off small, that's what we did. We never intended to be this big at all. And it just happened. So if you want to start an agency, you just go shadow somebody, ask to volunteer, and you learn. You learn all the different things you got to do, compliance. You know, a very important agency actually started from our agency. I mean, he's dewormed all the children of Haiti, he's dewormed kids in third world countries. He was a CNN hero, all because he came in to do an internship with me, and for 10 years he slept on the floor of the shelter with me in my office, and he's doing a lot of good now. So go in and ask people to help out and start your own agency. People will help you, believe it or not. People, I put up my own money to start this, but people give us money now, and we'll continue to take their money, and I'll continue to put money in when we need to, An institution should always stay in business. It shouldn't go out of business.
What can viewers do to help you, in particular, the things that you might need on a regular basis?
Well, I mean, we're always looking for monthly partners, because when you have monthly partners, you can set your budget easier. So we're always looking for people to send in $10, $20 a month and make a commitment, and then we know where our budget stands. That's always the best route. And it works. People do want to make monthly contributions. I do. I have my favorite charities too. And I make my monthly contributions to them, like St. Jude's and stuff like that. So.
Tell us where they can send their support and how they can reach out.
They go to our webpage, www.homelessvoice.org. That's one word, homelessvoice.org.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming by.
I appreciate it, and the work that you do, and your volunteers, your helpers. We're looking to do as much as we can also in the community, and it starts, like you said, with people like us and you, and reaching out to as many people as possible, because again, it's a human thing, it's a humanity thing, and we're all responsible for everyone else.
Yeah, it's if people just helped out, it would be a better place.
Yeah, it sure will. And
I like playing it forward. I love that term. We always try to teach the kids here, how to do good. It's not my grandchildren. I got my grandchildren in this place, so it's a good place. Our vice president came here. He was 17, and he's our vice president, and he has 6 beautiful kids, and are my grandkids. So can't beat that.
Wow, that's lovely. I'm really just happy to have gotten the opportunity to come here and get your story. This is heartfelt for me, because you are truly an inspiration, and I would love to be able to mimic and follow your lead, and hopefully many more people will have the conviction in their heart to help out as much as they can as well.
You can start a program, you can start something.
Wow, that was a really heartfelt interview. I'm so happy to have the opportunity to have met with Sean. It tells me that there are really good people out there. People that will help people, whether they're a stranger or not. Also meeting with Natalie and Mr. Webb, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything that it is that I have. So I want to give back, and I'm asking you, the viewer, to do the same thing. I'm asking you to donate to this campaign and many, many more that I will be bringing to you. So please find it in your heart to donate what you can. This documentary was made possible by Miami Production Studios. Give back, that's our motto. Special thanks to my partner, cameraman, and editor, Glenn Lambert. Thank you. We are here in Miami, and we're going hard. Again, I'm your host, Elena. I hope to see you soon.